We recently saw what SNK has in store for the King of Fighters Season 2 roadmap, at least to some extent. A month ago, I did a video reacting to said roadmap. A card should be popping up now, and a link will be in the description below. However, this brings us to a part of Season 2 that has yet to be discussed fully. Who will be joining Shingo Yabuki and Kim Kapwan in the second season? It's safe to assume this season will not focus on new teams, but single-entry combatants. We also know from a tweet made by Yasuyuki Oda, the producer for King of Fighters 15, that 2 of the 5 unannounced characters will be women. With this in mind, at least 2 of the 5 are going to have to be women. One of those characters is who we'll be covering in the first entry. Vice is known for being an exceptionally cruel character who enjoys killing. She has been an antagonist in the King of Fighters series since KOF 96, but made an appearance in KOF 95 as Rugal's secretary. Vice is a fan favorite because of her playstyle and her sex appeal. She's often seen with Mature. These 2 women are often teamed up with Iori Yagami, despite the fact they're dead. However, death hasn't meant the end of Yashiro, Shirmi, and Chris. Plus, they've made subsequent appearances since their deaths at the hands of Iori at the end of KOF 96. Also, with the ending of the King of Fighters 14, dead characters could easily be brought back to life. Alice is a massive fangirl of Terry, Andy, and Joe, and thus has incorporated elements of their respective styles, and has thus created her own unique fighting style in the process. If you look at Alice's animations in KOF 14, you'll notice that they're very awkward, only she doesn't feel awkward to play. Her overly bubbly personality definitely endeared her to fans, and she's a lot of fun to play. Since Shingo is a single entrant character for KOF 15, Alice could complement that well, even though SNK clearly missed an opportunity to make Team Protege a thing. I think there's a high degree of probability Alice is the other girl Oda-san was referring to. This one is honestly the least likely to happen. Mei Lee's last appearance in a King of Fighters game was KOF 2002. Though she was an exclusive and hidden character on the King of Fighters Neowave for the PlayStation 2. She wasn't a particularly fan-favorite character because she's a stance character, in her case called modes. Her standard mode had her as a Rekka-focused fighter using Taekwondo, just like her master Kim, albeit her functionality in fights is a little bit different. Her other mode, known as Hero Mode, has stronger attacks and a command grab. To make Mei a little easier to play, SNK could have a macro set to shift her modes. She's a cool character, and with Kim in the game, I'd love to see her make a return. Hein was a newcomer in the King of Fighters 14 and is butler of series villain Geese Howard. However, we know that he's actually an undercover secret agent. Hein is partnered with Luong in this mission. His moves are gravity focus and called Gambits by the dev team. I feel like Hein should make the roster simply because he's an interesting character who was incredibly fun to play in 14. However, for whatever reason, SNK has been hesitant to utilize the characters introduced in that game beyond Shune and Mitenkun. I ultimately hope Hein is included, as his storyline doesn't feel like it's been wrapped up yet. I feel like if you're including Kim as DLC, you have to include his rehabilitation candidates Chang or Choi. Those 2 are violent criminals who have been used as comic relief in the King of Fighters for the longest time. Chang is a big boy grappler who swings his chain and ball around as a makeshift weapon. Choi, on the other hand, well, he's basically a knockoff Freddy Krueger, but in midget form. He's also known for having one of the weirdest hitboxes in fighting game history. He is, however, kind of a joke character. Ideally, you'd have both of them teaming up with Kim, but Season 2 is more than likely going to be single entrants, so yeah, that's not going to be a team. Their chances of making the roster as DLC, however, are quite slim. Overall, this is my list of 5 characters that I think will or could be included in the second season of this game. Some are obviously more likely than others, and I'd say it's safe to assume that Vice will be included. But who would you like to see? Comment below. Also, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. My socials should be popping up on screen now, and if you want to check out my Twitch channel, it's www.twitch.tv/Lever90. Links will be in the description below.